Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about, there was a shooting at a rail station or a rail yard here in Southern California, and I don't know all the details about the situation. I know that a lone gunman went to his place of work, shot, I think it was 9 people dead, and then killed himself. And as sad and as tragic as that situation is, my condolences go out to the family. I was reading an article, and in that article, Governor Gavin Newsom of California made a statement that said, what is wrong with us? When are we going to put down our arms? Which means, like, put down these guns, right? And I kind of was, like, a little triggered because you're taking a situation where someone, I don't want to assume that the man had a mental illness, but regular normal people don't take a situation and get a gun and go shoot 9 people and then kill themselves. Like, I highly believe that this man was struggling with some type of mental illness, or struggling with just some type of pain inside that he was not dealing with. And I felt that it was so like a politician to make this situation about gun control as opposed to mental health awareness. Like, I know that there are some times where I am stressed out, I am angry, I am frustrated, and I have thoughts, and I've never acted out any of those thoughts, but I have to say that the reason why I have not is because I go to therapy, I take medication, I deal with what's going on, you know, on a weekly basis. I take my medicine every day like I'm supposed to. I see my therapist once a week. I have 2 best friends that I'm able to talk to like 100% honestly, and I just feel like it's so undervalued how important mental health is. Like, I think that all mental health care should be free. And I'm not talking about like the basic school counseling, or I mean like in-depth psychological and psychiatric services need to be free, because a lot of the choices and decisions that we make are based on our mental state. Like, for me, when I'm stressed out or I'm lonely, I tend to have an impulse to shop, and I don't have any regard for where the money is coming from, or if I'll be able to make it back, or do I even really need the things that I'm purchasing. I just know that buying something gives me an instant gratification, and it cures that sadness, that loneliness for a split second, but even that split second feels better than what I've been dealing with. So I just feel like it kind of pissed me off for me to be reading that comment from a leader of ours when you're so, like, gun control, to be honest, gun control is gonna be hard because you can buy guns on the street, you can borrow somebody's gun, you can steal somebody's gun. However, if we get to the root of the issue, which is the person, then we should be able to cure a lot of the pain that's going on in the world, because there's a lot of pain going on in this world. And gun control on this issue for me is not the answer. It's mental health. I guess we can call it mental health reform if we're going to talk about it in political terms. Everyone deserves a chance at living a good and healthy life, and sometimes the answer is just being mentally healthy. So I just wanted to share that thought with you guys, because low-key it pissed me off. Like, it pissed me off. Like, if I were to wake up today and God forbid go do something like that, like, I don't want you to say, oh, it's because she shouldn't have had a gun. You should say, maybe she had a psychotic break. Maybe like maybe something. Like me personally, I wanted a gun, but I'm still able to know that I'm emotionally triggered. So me having a gun, even for the sake of protection for me and my children, is just not a good look. Like, no. Cause I be having road rage. Like I be like, man, my car should be a tank because that person just cut me off and I should just ram them, you know. So I don't need a gun. No, I don't need a gun. And then also I was reading a article about the statistics of a gun being readily available increases the chance of a suicidal incident occurring. Now, they're not saying that if you own a gun, you're going to commit suicide. What they're saying is that if I were suicidal and I didn't have a gun, then maybe I'd have to think a little bit harder on how to do it. But if there was a gun readily available, then I'd probably be quicker drawn to going to get that gun and doing it. So again, I'm not suicidal, but these are things that I read about, and I'm just like, yes, there needs to be some kind of safety net on the mentally ill having a right to bear arms. But I don't think necessarily that the whole world should be stripped of their guns because of political aspects. Like, you know, like if I lived in Mississippi somewhere and I had 15 acres of land, like, yes, I would need my husband or somebody to have a shotgun in case somebody, like, I be watching scary movies and people be coming out the woods and stuff. Like, I need to feel protected. I might have me a lot of big dogs too, but just to have a gun, like, nah, I don't think me as a bipolar or anybody else who can't control their emotions or their moods properly needs to have access to that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that thought with you guys. If you guys have any stories like that you want me to read and talk about, let me know in the comments.